much. If you want to talk about Highland, call us, 219-845-1100. Hey, you're on the air.
Hi there, this is Cindy. Quick question. What is ever going to be done with the Town Theater? It's been sitting there since that flood that we had in 2008.
You know, that's right. It hasn't been open in a long time, right?
And I was just wondering, I mean, you know, some of the buildings, you know, the viewing part of it is, you know, coming apart, but I was just wondering, are they ever going to do anything to it, or are they going to pick it back up?
That has been a pet peeve of mine since the day it closed up, and we are working on it, and that's about all I can say right now. Something will be done.
Okay.
Hey, Cindy, what's your husband's first name?
Jesse.
Jesse. You and Jesse used to go over there a lot and watch movies?
Oh, gosh, yeah. It was the best.
Oh, it was. We used to go once a month, my wife and I, once a month.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys eat? Did you eat the little cakes in between?
Sure you did. Yep.
Coffee? Would you
Yeah.
drink coffee at 9:15 at night?
Yeah, yes. I don't have a problem with it. I drink tea now late, too.
You know, I don't know how many times Alexis and I used to go over there, like maybe once a month. Like, is that about what you would say you'd go? Maybe about once a month, and we'd go to a movie over there. And we always used to go on Sunday nights because we could find a babysitter for our kids on a Sunday night, but you couldn't find one Friday or Saturday because kids wouldn't do it. So we'd go over and watch a game or watch a movie, and they'd give you one of those Tina Marie, was it? Or I forget. Elmira's, right?
Right, from the bakery.
Yeah, from the bakery. And how are you going to eat that without a cup of coffee, right? So you'd have one of those, and then you'd have a coffee. And I don't know how many times that was the culprit for me staying up until like 2 in the morning because I had a cup of coffee at 9:15. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? On Sundays, they had the showing at 5.
5 and 8.
5 and 8. But that would have.
They had 2. I didn't realize they had 2.
Yeah, but you see, that would have been during the a 3 during a football game on Sundays. Yeah. So you got to rule that out immediately.
Did you ever win the free passes?
That theater opening up again. I mean, that was.
We're going to do something. Did you ever win the free passes there? Or you always put your name in for free passes?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got lucky. We won them twice, so that was kind of.
You know what? We won them once
Did
too.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a big deal.
I know it.
You
Yeah,
know?
what you just saved yourself? What, $10? It's like wow, but it was great.
Hey, that woman who runs the used to run the ticket counter. What was her name? She ran that place with an iron fist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was family owned though. I think that it was a husband and wife, and then their kids were in.
Yes, it was.
219-845-1100. Hi.
Hey, Jenny, Bernie.
Hey. Hey, Dave.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. I actually spoke with the owners of the theater last year, and they live in Hessville, and their granddaughter was kind of like the go-between, and I put an offer on it, and the lot across the street, and didn't want to sell it, no matter what the price.
Really?
Yeah.
Bernie can't comment, obviously. He's just kind of looking. Yeah. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What were you going to do with it?
Totally redo it, refurbish it.
Turn it into a comedy club, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that what you were going to do?
Yes.
No more movies?
No, we're going to have movies. Mix, you know, it was always known, and that's one of the reasons why my wife and I, we used to walk right down the street since I live right there, and they were very artsy films, more artsy films, and I enjoyed that, but I was going to bring in a mix of a little bit of everything, and I was going to extend the stage out 10 feet and actually make it a venue and bring shows there, and speaking with the granddaughter, wanted absolutely nothing to do with me, no matter what I said, no matter what my plans were, they wanted nothing to do with me. So it's a shame because it's a beautiful little theater inside. It just needs a coat of paint and some love, you know. And they just, you know, they don't make them like that anymore. And
I know it. You know, it's like it's an historical landmark in Highland. So it's
absolutely.
Did you ever go up and look at their projector?
I used to sit up there all the time. My friend of the family used to run it. His name was Emil, and he used to run it. And my dad would take me there, and I would sit up there and watch it all the time from that little window.
300 degrees. You just couldn't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you describe it?
It's about 4.5. It's about 4 feet long. It looks like a big rectangular box, and it's funny because a lot of those old ones were fire-driven. Okay, they were gas-driven, and almost like with an arc light. And this was converted, and it does have a bulb, but it just creates so much heat. And there's actually a vent that vents out the roof to vent some of the heat out. It's it's old. It's an old projector.
We were there on one of the last days ever they were open, and quite frankly, it might have been the last one. And you could tell they were having some issues up front. But before that, typical nosy guy, I think we had done a little article in the Calumet Press or something. Right. And so they had let me go up there and see it and see how it works. And the guy was telling me that you have to get a union to come in and fix it. It was like $145 an hour to have a guy come in and work on it.
Right.
And they just couldn't afford it anymore. And that was a major factor, was the fact that projector had kind of putzed out on them. But it was one of their last nights. They couldn't get it to work, and the movie was going upside down. And Alexis and I sat like 45 minutes, and finally they gave us the tickets and said, hey, come back another time, and then they closed shortly thereafter.
Yeah, there's some health issues with the owners, and I knew that, and I drive by it, 5 times a day I drive by it, and I said, you know what? This is just when I started comedy in the region, and I wanted to promote the brand, and you'd actually create it more as rent a theater. You could rent the theater, in between movies and shows. And it's a shame it's going in the condition. Actually, I just wanted to comment on that. But Bernie, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Love the Town of Highland. I love my town, but it's got some road issues, and I see they're slowly trying to knock out, the bad parts. And they're working their way to me with sewers. They went over to Franklin and Garfield. Now they're working their way south. Do you know what kind of the projection of what they plan on doing? Because everyone says, "Man, I love the town. I love the downtown. It's, every business is full, and it seems like the mall area on Indianapolis didn't hurt it much. But your roads in Highland are horrible." I go, well, they're slowly working on them, so.
Dave, we get to do 10 miles worth of roads every year, and we just sit down like in January or February, and we just kind of drive around on a Saturday, and we look and see which roads need repaired the most, and we go with the town council guys and John Bach, and that's pretty much how we get to do it. And 10 miles of road, it just isn't as much as you think it is.
Yeah, I know. I wish I lived one block over because in front of OLG, they always seem to have the nicest roads in town.
Oh yeah, we just did that one this summer right after the festivals. That really looks nice now. And then right now we're working on 42nd and Grace, and we're going to do a big project over in Frog Hollow, Wicker Park Estates. We're doing Wicker Park Drive through a grant that we got. So sometimes we get some grants too that really help out.
All right, thanks a lot, Dave. Appreciate it, buddy. Talk to you. 219-845-1100. You want to talk to Bernie Zemen? Let's go to Fedge on line 1. Hey, Fedge. Hello, Jeff.
Oh, this is Jeff from Highland. How are you guys?
Yeah, sorry about that. I read it wrong.
That's okay.
Glasses.
Yeah.
My question's for Bernie here, please. I live on Hess Drive, 9008, and I'm calling about the backyard water issues. And myself and my fellow neighbors have been to the meetings, the town meetings and the sanitary board meetings. And I'd like to know, is the town council working with the sanitary board matter on this issue? Because myself and my neighbors have gotten together, and we are willing to contribute to the issue here. And for some reason, it just gets put on hold all the time.
Have you? So I take it you've gone to all the sanitary board meetings?
Yes, we have.
Now I know they work on backyards on an individual basis. They've done several backyards already, trying to alleviate the problems there with the flooding.
Okay, well, I know that you've been to my house personally.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
yeah. Well, yeah.
And you know that
across the street from my sister, yes.
Right, realistically, mine is probably the worst.
I know it. You know what? I'm trying to figure out when the next sanitary board meeting is, and I'll be happy to meet you there, and we could even talk to all the guys on the sanitary board about that, too, because I know your problem. So
what is the problem?
Well, the problem is all the rainwater drains from all the homes.
He's got a lake in his backyard.
Why does it drain to your house?
That's just the way the homes have been set up over the years. And they've had these huge garages built over time.
So what?
The water just drains basically into my yard.
So what happens if it rains and then freezes?
It freezes, and then you have an ice skating rink about 1.5 feet deep all winter long.
And has there been any possible solutions discussed?
Yes, there's a couple solutions that are on the drawing board here, presented by John Bach and with a couple outside contractors.
So what would that be, just putting in some sort of storm sewer or what?
Well, putting in some backyard drains, one individually in my property and one down the street in another property. Run them out to the street and tie into the stormwater drain.
So is your backyard mostly like wet all summer long?
If there's a large amount of rain, it's definitely wet. I've had anywhere up to 22 inches of water in my backyard, up probably 30 feet off the easement coming towards the house. My backyard is 90 by 100.
It's good size.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, man, let us know how it works out, what kind of response you get out of the sanitary. I mean, that's who would be in charge of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. We've been working with them. The neighbors have been working with them, but we're just, put on hold now. And the last meeting I was at, the project is still on board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's plan on getting together at that next one.
219-845-1100. Hey, you're on the air.
Good morning, gentlemen. You know what I love about Highland is the easy in and out. If you see a train crossing the tracks, you can just continue on Ridge Road and come down First Street. Is that First Street, that stoplight there, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It has a lot of in and outs, very easy access there. And Ben, how's your dad doing?
He's in a nursing home now in Mishawaka.
Is he?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we're heading there about 2 o'clock today. We go there at least twice a week to go see him. We kind of split it up between me and my sisters, so somebody's there almost every single day. But he's okay some days, and some days
Sure.
he's not.
How old is he?
He's 80. He turned 87 last week. So.
I bet you know what I remember about your dad when I used to stop and talk to him. He used to carry a cane or a stick all the time. And he says, "See this, Joe? You know what this is for? To beat off the women." That used to be his favorite thing. Well, I hope he continues to progress forward there, Ben. Take care.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.